Can you hear me now? Sunshine, can you hear me now? Hey, Kimberly Black. Hey, Kimberly Black. Thank you for being here. Thank you. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Um, Thank you so much. I'm just trying to do a sound check because I don't want to go any further without. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you so much. Oh, goodness. I've been having audio issues for a minute. So please pardon me. Please pardon me. I appreciate you, Sunshine. Thank you so much. Alrighty. So so as I was saying, yes, I was saying that okay, thank you, Kimberly Black. Thank you. As you can see, I'm behind because as you can see, I was supposed to have someone come up and do an interview with me, a filmmaker, entrepreneur, Mr. Davis. So that's why I was backstage for a while before I came on, because I know I was supposed to come on at 6 p.m., but I had to push it back, and I had to try to find a way to kind of, come before you. But unfortunately, once again, there's, the unprofessionalism has wreaked its ugly head. So that's why you see the title and the thumbnail has changed for this video. Um, yeah, so I am like really frustrated with this because I do understand, once again, I do understand that things do come up. I do understand, and I'm very aware that things happen. But if I had contact with you um, up until this interview, and then I reach out to you like 6:15, and you tell me that that you are in rehearsal with a client and you forgot all about this interview. So that goes to show how um how serious you don't take me. And I do understand I'm a small platform, but my time and my platform is just as important as anyone else's. Um, you know, um, yeah, thank you, Kimberly Black. It keeps happening. Like I said, I understand things happen, but if and the thing is that I spoke to this person yesterday because I sent them the link yesterday, and I sent them the flyer the day before. So I don't understand how you could forget. And I do understand because I book my interviews. A lot of my interviews are booked several months. Not several months. Excuse me, not several months. Several weeks in advance. So I do understand that things do come up at times, right? But if I just reached out to you, I sent you the flyer this past Sunday because I make sure that I send my flyers the day before I announce the interview to make sure everything's still up and up. You saw the flyer, you know, that was fine. Um, and nothing came up then. And I just sent you the link to the StreamYard yesterday. So how you forget? So yeah, that's just insane to me. And I'm just like, it's so frustrating. And I don't want to have to keep coming before you guys with this sort of thing. I don't want to have to keep giving the same lecture over and over again, but it's just something that I just have to keep talking about because it happens. And again, I keep having to reiterate how important it is to me to value my time and value my audience's time as well, because I'm getting people to anticipate an interview or getting people to anticipate something and it doesn't happen. Yeah, that really sucks, right? So I just wanted to make sure I come before you. It's a good thing I actually came on. I actually did a video real quick this morning about Tigger, Big Tigger, and the situation that's going on with his estranged wife. So please make sure you check that out. I gave my perspective on that. So I don't want to, get into that any further, because I already said what I had to say about that. You know, so I didn't really come prepared. Unfortunately, if there's anything that you guys want to talk about, please let me know in the chat. If there's anything that you want to discuss, you know, that please let me know. Give me some suggestions on what we could speak on or what you want me to give my perspective on. But I did do a reaction video Thank you, Sunshine. Yeah, it is very inconsiderate, and that's just something I take pride in. I'm not perfect at all by any means. I really not, but I am a stickler when it comes to these type of things because I'm very stern on principle. You know, because you could give me all the excuses in the world, and you could try to justify and rationalize it, but I'm just not. I'm just not here for it because again, I made sure that I reached out to this person a couple of days prior. I mean, like I said, I just reached out to him yesterday. So how you forget? So that to me just is a clear indication that you don't value art. That my time is not valued, and you don't take my platform seriously because you don't have to agree to do it. I mean, I've been blessed with the opportunity to speak with so many different people. I had the opportunity. I've still been blessed because I've still been blessed to have the opportunity to sit down with so many great people. I'm looking forward to upcoming interviews. Because I'm still booked. You know, not everyone is the same. On to bigger and better. Yes, Sunshine. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. I appreciate that. And so, yeah, and I'm not, and when I come before you guys with this energy, it's not that um I'm not bashing the individual. I'm not trying to, because I don't know the person, and I'm not trying to make that person out to be a bad guy, but that right there is something that I have the right to express how I feel about how he handled this, how how this played out. So yeah, I'm going to speak on it, but I'm not, speaking on the person as an individual because I don't know that person. I was hoping that I could get to know, about him better, from this interview. But I just want to make sure I make that clear that I'm not speaking ill, you know. And that's when I kind of come at you guys in this manner in regards to this type of thing. Is not that I'm not speaking ill. I don't speak it ill, and I don't have any hard feelings. But however, I'm going to say what I gotta say, and it's going to yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it out loud because this is something that could have been avoided had they just reached out to me, you know. So yeah. So how's everyone doing though? I had you know a pretty productive day at work. I just been blessed, my pastor of my church, he announced last week that he was stepping down. He's moving on to other endeavors, and we're going to miss him. Shout out to Pastor Ram Burton. If you haven't caught my interview with him a few months ago, please make sure you check it out. Shout out to Pastor Ram Burton, who is moving on to other endeavors, and I wish him nothing but the best. The church is going to miss him, but um, our former assistant pastor is going to take on the spiritual leadership role. Pastor Christopher Holsey, shout out to him. I interview with him as well, so make sure you look out for that interview. So I'm sure he is going to do a great job as his successor. I think is a successor or predecessor. Which one? Which order is that? But yeah, but nonetheless, that's happening. I'm looking forward to going to a couple of trips. I got a couple of trips coming up in the next couple of months, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, so, um, other than that, I know like it's been a lot going on in these in the social media streets and out there in celebrity land, and just a lot going on. But it seemed like every time I come on camera, I forget, or it slips my mind, or I'm just not that interested in some of these people. But I just want to try to just make sure that I'm still informed of certain things. Um, but again, I just wanted to make sure that I come before you guys, and I thank you so much for the support, and thank you so much for the understanding of my feelings. I appreciate that as well. So Now I do have another interview coming up this coming Saturday. He better not he better not let me down, I'll tell you that. He better not let me down. So I'm going to be having an interview with author Isaiah Paul David. I hope I'm is it Isaiah Paul or Paul Isaiah? I just want to make sure that it's Isaiah David Paul. Okay, because I know he goes by 3 names, so I was like, I'll make sure I put it in the correct order. Yes, it's Isaiah David Paul, who was an author, and so I'm looking forward to talk with him this coming Saturday, July 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, see, I'm good over here, but I just don't want people just take me off my square. I don't know, y'all trying to piss me off, but I just don't like to have to address this for the umpteenth time, you guys, you know, because it's a disappointment to me, and I know that it may be a disappointment to you guys as my supporters. So, but nonetheless, I do appreciate you guys coming through for me. I appreciate, the ongoing support. And I'm gonna, just keep, coming up, whenever I feel the feeling in my spirit to come on. Um, yes, thank you so much, Kimberly Black. Thank you. Because sometimes when I express myself, sometimes when I assert myself, some people may take it the wrong way, or some people might um, just assume that I'm being aggressive when I'm not. I'm just speaking from I'm just speaking from a perspective where it's just common sense, people. So just let this be a lesson for you, or let this be a teachable moment, just to make sure that you maintain the lines of communication, especially when you're in this space right here, whether it's an event or whether you got to show up for somebody, or in this space, whatever it is, and that there's something came up, or that you're not able to make it, inform the person, so I can know how to prepare. Because I understand there's things that happen beyond your control, but this right here could have been controlled. This could have been handled differently. So I'm not trying to hear the excuses here, because the fact that he just said he forgot, and I just reached out to him yesterday and the day before. So that's just don't make any sense to me. So as I said, you know, God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. So I'm going to continue to do my content. I'm going to continue to do my commentary. I'm going to continue to sit down with some amazing people, because one monkey don't stop no show, you know? All right. So, yeah, I'm not going to be on long. Like I said, if y'all don't have anything else that we could discuss, then I'm not going to keep you guys any longer, because, like I said, I expected to have an interview. So, you know, unfortunately, I wasn't prepared to do any more commentary other than the video I did earlier today. But but I still wanted to come through for you guys. I still wanted to show up and show up for you, just like you show up for me. So that's what I'm doing right now. And so again, thank you so very much for your support. And please make sure that you look out for my interview this coming Saturday. And then next Saturday, I don't know if you guys have seen my video that I did for the footage of my being a first-time correspondent on a red carpet event. And so I did a red carpet movie premiere event for this movie called Rogue, directed by Omega Keys, that took place a couple of weeks ago. And so make sure you check that out, because I have another premiere that I'm going to be a correspondence for on another red carpet event, another movie premiere event that's coming up on July 18th. So I'm looking forward to that. My nerves are going to be high, but at least I have an idea of how to move, and kind of navigate through that type of event. Because, like I said, it's my first time actually hosting or being a media correspondent in that type of setup. So hopefully, I'll have I'll be more prepared, and I'll be like a little bit more relaxed, and so hopefully you enjoy that as well when I put it up, when I put out the footage of that. So I just want y'all to make y'all aware that I'm going to be doing another movie premiere event, because I'm trying to get into these spaces, you guys. I'm trying to just kind of expand my horizons, as a content creator. I'm trying to expand more. So I'm really trying to kind of get into the groove of things, trying to get into some spaces, you know. And it's hard because, like I said, I'm still self-conscious about being in front of the camera. I'm still self-conscious about a lot of things, but I'm still adjusting to it. And the support does help, and it does help that people are actually inviting me to these spaces and allowing me the opportunity to grow within this space as well. Because there's a lot of growth that I've done within this past year. It's been an evolution in itself. So I really do appreciate the opportunity that has been presented to me. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned for things to come these upcoming weeks. And I'm still working on these panels. I'm going to start writing down some topics to discuss so I can reach out to certain people that I want to do some panels with. At least start off at least once a month. I can try to do some panel discussions as well and try to make them interesting too. It would have to be the run-in-the-mill, traditional, generic type of topics or type of discussions. It's going to, kind of go against the grain a little bit, is to kind of, keep the people engaged. So just stay tuned for those panels as well. So I didn't forget. Thank you so much, Kimberly Black. I really do appreciate your support. I know you be in the bushes sometimes. I know you're not always able to make it in the chats, or I know that you hopefully still catch the replays of my videos because you've been one of my day ones. So I really do appreciate your support, and thank you so much for that, because the communication thing I'm still working on. I'm still trying to like I said, just trying to keep it all intact. So thank you so much for that. That means a lot to me, very much so, more than you know. Yeah, so I do appreciate that. So in the meantime, like I said, I'm looking forward to doing those panels discussions as well. Like I said, I just trying to make sure I come up with as many topics as I can, and then making sure that there are at least 2 or 3 people that are available at the same time, to discuss whatever it is. So just, yes, but stay tuned, because like I said, I'm looking to expand. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Alrighty, but in the meantime, I thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for you guys coming through, whether you're in the chat right now or whether you're in the bushes. Catch the replay and make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and have a good one.